Hey everybody, Mike Williams upstairs to the right music. So, I'm sorry that I've been away for a little bit longer than I usually like to. I like to post every week, as you know, at least once or twice. But I have been in the process of packing upstairs to the right studio up because I am moving from here in Singapore to the Netherlands, to Amsterdam to be precise. So I've been doing a lot of house packing and certainly here with the studio, you can see here's my guitars, and I still think actually I got one still missing, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Behind the camera there's just oodles of boxes full of cables, hardware, pedals, amps, everything. So it was quite a bit of work to get this thing packed up and ready to go. And I thought today that I would do what I looked at this. I said, well, this is kind of interesting, so let's just go through. I've been through my guitar collection before, and I've actually given some away to charity recently. Vietnamese orphanage that my luthier is involved with. I gave him some guitars, and he passed them on to the orphanage. So actually, I'm lightening up my guitar collection. And as I said, I'm missing one guitar. It's the guitar, my Telecaster. That's at the luthier getting completely repainted and getting a makeover. So I can't wait to show that to you. He says he'll have it done here soon. He's had it for about 6 months. the lockdowns didn't help. I have to give that to him, but I'll be really thankful to get it back because I kind of miss it. But anyway, let's talk about what we've got here. Let's just go through the cases. So this one here, I think it speaks for itself. I don't know if you guys remember the episode where I went to Vietnam and I got this beauty. So this is my custom made mandolin. This is handmade in Vietnam. So see if you can see the back of that. It's just beautiful. Mother of pearl all the way through. The inlays, all of the artwork. Just a beautiful guitar. You can see there the headstock, mother of pearl. Hopefully that's focusing. So in any case, I love this beautiful tone to it. I've used it on my most recent album that I haven't released yet, so it sounds good in recording. I really enjoyed that. So there's that. Here, what we got? Oh, I know what it is. So here we have my 1979 Westbury Standard. You guys know the story behind this guitar. So this is all original. These were Japanese made guitars. There you can see the sticker on the back, maybe it says they're made in Japan. 1979. They did a deal with Dimarzio, so these are original Dimarzio PAF and the Super Distortion. So custom for this company who had this guitar made. These are very hard to find. Not really expensive guitars, but extremely rare. I mean, these don't come up on the market at all. Just, one of my more rare, guitars. Not like a pricey thing or anything like that. A little dusty here. I'll take care of that when I get to Amsterdam. But certainly a very good find for me because, as you know, I love 70s guitars. I love Super Distortions, and this fit the bill for both of those. So that's quite nice to have. Next. Here we have, oh, this is interesting. So check this out. You can see how this says Fender here. This is the original bag for this bass. So this is my 1980. The serial number says it's 86. So this is my 1986 Japanese, made in Japan, Fender Jazz bass. Here we can open it up. You've seen it a dozen times, but you know, this also serves the purpose of logging these for insurance purposes. So if anything happens, I can pull this video out on my butt and show it and say, hey. So yeah, you guys know this. This is my premier bass guitar. This is my only bass guitar. You know, this is if you got a good Fender Jazz bass for recording, it's frankly all you need. You don't need anything else. Although, hold on, let me put this back in. I can show you something that I had. I don't know why I never did a show on it. I should have discussed it, but hold on one second. I got something to show you. Let me go get it. So this is my friend's German-made custom. I guess you could say that this bass goes into the custom shop. This is made in Germany with, you know, AAA flame maple tops. You know, top wood, quite an excellent 5-string bass guitar. I really am not a big fan of 5-string bass guitars, but I borrowed it from him to use, and so I've got to get this back to him before I go. I think he would miss it. This is a great sounding bass, active pickups. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you since I'm packing stuff up. I don't know, I never did a show on this one. I should have. But anyway, there it is. Quite a pricey piece of equipment. Okay, moving on here. Let's move these aside so they don't get in our way. So moving along here, we have in an Epiphone case voila, my Greco. So this is, you guys know this one. This is my Japanese-made Greco 450S. So this is from 1977. I have to tell you, of all my guitars, and I'm not exaggerating this, I like the sound of these Maxon pickups, these Japanese pickups, the most of all. These have a tone to them that, you know, through the proper amp, cranked up, man, it's the best sounding pickups that I own. And I, you know, just for that, this guitar will go on forever. It's due for a refret, so, and a new nut. So probably what I'm going to do is when I get to Holland, to the Netherlands, not Holland, I should say, stop saying that. They prefer that you call it the Netherlands. So when I get to the Netherlands, I'm going to find a luthier there, and I'm going to do a refret on this guitar because, whew, boy, it is a tone monster. It is a beautiful, beautiful tone to it. So there's that. Up. And let's go on. See what we got here. In this Epiphone case, we actually do have an Epiphone. So here is that 2018 Les Paul Standard, I'm sorry, Les Paul Special SE Pro that I did a show on. Beautiful guitar, has these pickups in it that quite frankly are okay. I wanted P90s, a P90 guitar, so with these are high-end Epiphone P90s, but I think I can do a little bit better. So down the line, I probably am going to swap these out with probably a little bit more of an upgrade in terms of the P90s in here. Other than that, I'm not going to change a thing on this. Just a beautiful, fun to play guitar. Really really great neck on it. It's got a thick, beefy neck on it. Interestingly enough, not as fat and beefy as the 2020 model that just came out of the same, but this is actually one of my favorites that I have. I can just sit around and just practice with it. Sometimes I'm just sitting in front of the TV practicing, and this is a guitar that I reach for. A, because it's a heck of a lot lighter than a Les Paul, and B, I just like the neck on it. It's just one of those guitars that have an excellent feel to it when you're playing. How are we going to do this? Well, we can lift this up. All right. So now we get into my Les Pauls. As you can see, I have 3 of them. I don't know how that happened. I didn't have any, and then one day I woke up and had 3. Okay, so here we have my most recent acquisition, the 2020, or is this 2019? I can't remember. Let me look at the back of this. So it's 2019. So this is the 2019 Les Paul Standard, the Standard 60s. So it's got that 60s profile neck. Just, you know, beautiful guitar, as you know. Non-weight relief. So of all my Les Pauls, this is the heaviest one. But you know, surprisingly enough, you know, with no weight relief, it really has a good balance to it. And just a beautiful guitar. Can't complain about it. Nice to have in my favorite Les Paul color, Iced Tea Burst. Love an Iced Tea Burst. Alright, another Les Paul. Still works, that's an amazing thing. Especially on something as old as this. Am I missing one? Yep, I just missed that back one. Alright, in its original case. Oh yeah, so we just did a show on this one. So this is Les Paul Premium Plus, Les Paul Classic Premium Plus with, you know, the model instead of Classic on the headstock. Again, a very rare guitar. You're not going to find a lot of these. I'm actually in the process of taking this to my luthier. These are custom pickups that I put in. So actually I designed these myself. This is an Alnico 4 here, magnet here in the neck, and this is an Alnico 2 here at the bridge. But to tell you the truth, this one I'm not planning on holding on to. I bought this as an investment. It's a great guitar. I'm not in love with it. I bought it primarily as an investment, so I'm going to put the original pickups that it came with, which was a pair of 57 Classics, back into it and put it up for sale as soon as I get to Europe, because they love these guitars in Europe, and I probably, more than an average, even chance, I have the opportunity to get my asking price for it, which is going to be slightly more than I paid for it. So, and they are going for more than I paid for them. If you look these up, if you can find one, they're going for, you know, anywhere between 35 to 4 grand for these now. Interesting enough, but didn't pay that anywhere close to that much for it. So anything above what I paid for would be gravy, but we'll see if I can get my price met. All right, and next up, another Les Paul. Let's see here. Get everything open up. This is my keeper. This is my Les Paul Classic, my 96 gold top, or actually it's a copper top. And yeah, unique color. Yeah, you know, this is my Les Paul. This is my guitar. I'm never letting it go. To be frank with you, all the other Les Pauls, I don't care, they can go. This one right here, I'm never letting go of. It is also due for a refret. I want to get it refretted and keep the nibs here, so there's any of these little nibs they put on the side. So that's going to be a little bit extra, and a lot of luthiers won't do it because it's an extra bit of effort to do it by keeping the nibs inside, but I want to keep it as original as possible. And hey, what's a Les Paul without these nibs on the side? So it is due for a refret. I think I leveled it. I had the frets leveled, and I've just gotten to the point where I think it's in need of a refret. The nut is still good. So completely original, other than the pickups. As you know, these are my vintage 70s Dimarzio Pafs in here. Love the sound of that. You know, I had thought about taking those Maxon pickups out of the 77 and putting it in this guitar just to have, you know, that killer tone in my favorite, you know, actual Les Paul, but you know, I can't guarantee that they're going to sound the same as they do in that guitar as they do in this one. So, you know, anyway, I really do like the sound of these vintage Pafs from Dimarzio. These are his original, you know, design. What made him famous, put him on the map. A lot of cats, you know, like the tone of those. Some people do, some people don't. I do. If you want to get that classic 70s rock sound, those are the pickups to have. So, as you know, that's my favorite guitar tone. So I think we'll stick with that. Anyway, I don't want to mess with that Japanese guitar too much because, you know, let's just keep it original. I'm done with my days of swapping stuff out. You know, I think that, you know, if you find a guitar and you like the way it is, don't mess with it. I used to think, oh, I'll put in a new wiring harness and I'll do this, that, and the other. But to tell you the truth, at the end of the day, I don't think any of that's really necessary. If you like your guitar in the shop, if it plays it speaks to you, don't mess with it too much. Or certainly don't buy one and immediately start messing with it. Just play it for, you know, a couple of months, and you'll probably find out that, you know, it's good to go without having to spend extra money. Let's see, I'll get a little bit closer to the camera. So here's my one and only acoustic guitar. Only one that I need. It's my Yamaha. You know, you guys know this one. I've played in a couple of videos. This is my favorite tone, you know. You know, I just love the sound of this guitar. I've had it for a long time. You know, I know cats that have dozens and dozens of acoustic guitars, but this one, you know, I've used on every recording that I've done for over a decade now, and yeah, I don't need anything else. It's in immaculate condition. If I'm not playing it, it keeps in that hard case over there. I don't really keep it out, and yeah, just a beautiful guitar. And as I said, I'm missing one. I'm missing my Telecaster, so I'll put up some pictures right now that the luthier sent me so that you can see the work that I'm having done on that guitar and where it's at this moment. He is going through the process of finishing it up, so it's at the point where he's done assembly and he's putting the final changes to it. It used to be all black. It used to be polyurethane coat on that guitar, but I had that all stripped off. I put nitro paint job on it to expose the wood grain underneath. It's a 1994 It is my baby. It's actually like every album up to Asinoki is using just that Telecaster. So if you listen to all the albums, Asinoki and all the ones before, every electric guitar part is the Telecaster. It isn't until recently that I started using my 96 Classic for recording. My TV commercials, you know, if you hear me, the electric guitar parts, it's that Telecaster. So it was in need of getting a refret. It was in need of getting a repaint to it. I never did like that, that black polyurethane coating on it that they did. So when I get it back, it's just going to be beautiful, and I will do a show featuring it. Anyway, I thought that in the middle of packing up the studio, I would show you what I'm up to, what's going on. It is quite a daunting thing to move countries. This will be my 5th move. I've lived in a lot of countries. Hopefully at this point, this may be the last time around. Who knows, I might settle there. But anyway, even though I'm moving to the Netherlands, to Amsterdam, actually it's kind of a cool thing because I can show you we can start traveling again. Absolutely. Just I can hop on a train and go to any number of countries in the EU and show you guitar shops, vintage shops all over the place, man. So, hang in tight because this channel is about to get a whole lot more interesting here in a minute. I'm excited about it, actually. I lived in the UK for about 3 or 4 years. So it's not exactly like being in Europe. Being in Europe, on mainland Europe, man, the sky's the limit in terms of just, shows, guitar shows, vintage guitar shows, and gear, and a whole lot of cool stuff. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet and you like this content, take the time to subscribe with us. Certainly, I would love to have you as a subscriber. And to everybody who has subscribed so far, I want to thank you so much for sticking with the channel. It's not going anywhere. It will continue on. As I said, it's going to be a lot more interesting. I think it's interesting already. But certainly we're going to be going a lot of places again. We're going to be traveling again. And yeah, we're going to see some really cool stuff. I'm really excited about it. So if you like what you see, subscribe. If you like what you saw today, please hit the like button. And until the next show, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.